Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back to the Battle of America Season Number 2, Lower Bracket Semifinal. I'm SB Revolution 5, joined by Ruptur for the last game of VoidBoys up against Team eHug. Ruptur, have a nice break, man.
Yep.
It was a little comfy, but you know, just chilling here. Two things. First of all, shout out to all the 400 viewers that we have today. You people are awesome. All boys and girls, all ladies and gentlemen, all tanganeros, all tanganeras, all the Latino heads and all the Latino headdresses. I don't know where I was going with that one, but anyway, that's the second one. It seems like I already talked about tomorrow with the summit. We're gonna cover actually on Hitbox actually instead of Twitch, because it seems like actually the Twitch thingy requirement is just for the official like casters and like on the lobby and all that stuff. So don't worry, we don't have to worry about that. It's gonna be on the Latin American caster channels, which is LAC Dota in general. Like there is like LAC Dota 1, 2 till 5, I think. So one of those channels will be you know setting up shop for tomorrow, casting all those stuff in Spanish, and yeah, I'll try to keep you posted mostly on Twitter and also on my Facebook page, which I will be linking about in 2 minutes from now. Which when you guys hear this, I don't know, write something on the chat like, I don't know, potato, and then I will post it for you. But
don't you think they're talking about your mic though?
No, I was saying that I had that they're liking my cast, but I was saying like, yeah, I mean, I'm glad that I'm able to deliver even with this potato mic.
Oh wow, I uploaded the wrong VOD earlier. I feel really stupid.
Oh.
Hold on, I've got to fix this. But yeah, just talk about the draft for a second. We'll get it fixed.
Yeah, so pretty much, yeah, I don't know. As soon as I read potato in the chat, I'm gonna link you guys the Facebook page, and I'll try to keep you posted, you know, with all that stuff for tomorrow on the summit coverage in general. Of course, if you don't understand or speak Spanish, it's gonna be a little bit moot and a little bit awkward. But for the ones that they do, well, yeah, stick around. Anyway,
it's happening again already, though.
What?
Shadow Fiend. Once again.
Shadow Fiend boys. Now with Ogre Magi, by the way. You know,
yeah, like, and Bloodlust is really good, and the Skyrath Mage Ogre combo. But so far tonight, what Swindle said is true. Skyrath, not so great anymore.
At least not by himself. That's what I really like with Skyrath. It's like, he's a good support, but working in tandem with other supports that actually synergize well with him, aka magic damage supports, I feel. So Skyrath Ogre Magi, I feel like it's a really powerful pair in general.
Oh wow, that was not what I meant to do at all. I had it right the whole time.
You gringo, man. You guys, you whites are funny, man.
Yeah, let me just copy that and go over to Video Manager after I publish this. Sorry to do all this on stream, guys. I try to get the videos up as quickly as possible, and it'll help if it doesn't just say wrong in the title.
Wrong.
I put it up as wrong so I'd know to delete it, and then I realized I don't need to delete it. Yep.
Alright, well, going a little bit about the draft here.
We're good to go.
We're gonna have Nature's Prophet now on the side of eHug this time, as well as a Visage first pick, which is kind of weird.
Yeah,
I mean, what do you think about that?
Especially not followed directly up by a Drow.
No, they actually banned the Drow on the second stage, but yeah,
and the
they
Lycan, yeah.
Her on the second try.
I'm a little confused about this, to be honest. Like, when you're picking
Maybe
an aura strat, like, I don't think it's a tinker. I really don't think it's a tinker. Even against Shadow Fiend, They want...
Maybe a Lycan? No, they banned the
banned,
Lycan.
yeah.
Huh. I'm making funny noises with my mic, aren't I?
Yeah, really. weird noises.
Sorry.
I
try to have a little fun with it. Also, I'm surprised at that Broodmother ban. Like, really?
Honestly, a Broodmother with Bloodlust would be pretty crazy.
Well...
And they don't have a lineup to deal with Broodmother easily. Like, what AoE wave clear do they have other than Plasma Field?
Yeah, that is true. But I haven't seen, or did they? I don't think VoidBoys were the ones who actually picked up Broodmother. I want to say it was... Or was them. Oh, what? I do remember one Broodmother game that went out of hand, but I don't think it was VoidBoys. I think it was like Wheel or someone like that. But yeah, I still I guess it's a pretty decent ban for this regard. What can you play with the Visage Burst that might actually work with a hard carry?
I mean, you don't have to get something to really synergize with it, but you need to get something good. I'm wanting to say Razor's mid here against Shadow Fiend. I'm not liking it. Okay.
Oh, now this explains it.
Wait, whoa. It doesn't explain it. Why would you pick Naga into Shadow Fiend? That's a suicide pick right there. Like, I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. The way Naga controls her lane is with illusions and having those illusions with Riptide. Tiburon's Shadow Fiend raises twice, and there go your illusions. Goodbye. See ya.
Well, yeah, but you can say that for a lot of, heroes that can actually destroy illusions pretty easily, and you still see them struggling versus the Naga control in general, because Shadow Fiend cannot be in multiple places at the same time. Correct?
Yeah.
So yeah, he's able to clear one lane while you're getting another lane pushed in at the same time,
The problem is, though, if you... In my opinion,
also
if you lose the laning stage...
Right?
If you lose the laning stage this hard, though, how do you control the map?
Yeah. Now that you're talking about lanings, that's another hill of beans.
Yeah.
eHug need to pretty much destroy Tiburon in the mid lane in order to actually get a good foothold in this game. If they're able to shut him down really hard, then yes, this Naga makes a lot of sense, especially with a Visage. And also, Ward in the middle of the... No, wait, that's a Hug Courier. Never mind. I always get confused with the...
Yeah, this is the I film IX Mike mustache. It says I deliver items for Sna +4. However, now it has betrayed its team and it delivers items for eHug. Speaking of eHug, though, we've got SN7 Dota on the Nature's Prophet safe lane. Okay, we'll talk about that in a second. Sna himself will be on the Visage, a hero we've seen him have a bit of success on in the bot lane. Probably in an aggressive try with MJW on the Razor. It's actually not going to be Infinity this time around. Still surprised they didn't ban it, though. Lust will be playing the Vengeful Spirit, and that'll have the legs. I can't feel my legs. Naga Siren, played by Infinity on the mid lane. In probably the worst matchup she can possibly be in.
We'll see. We'll see. It all relies on the support rotations towards the middle lane, pretty much. Again, if Shadow Fiend does get shut down early enough, this Naga's just gonna pretty much ruffle stomp him.
Okay, and sorry about the overlay.
Anyway, for the side of VoidBoys, we have on the top lane Bayan and Omega Powner. Bayan with the Slark, Omega Powner with the Skyrim Mage, doing a Redux here. Tiburon with the Shadow Fiend with Arcana on the middle lane. Bottom lane is gonna be Fly with the Earthshaker and the Ogre Magi actually in the Hands of Mercy, please. So this seems more like a sort of core Ogre, at least on the early stages of the laning phase, I would say.
Oh, that is what that's called. Okay. He's got a inscribed Lighted Scepter of Serendipity. I thought it was custom named at that point.
Oh, okay. So yeah, they're gonna allocate a little bit of early farm into the Ogre Magi, or at least it seems.
I'm fine with this.
maybe ensure the Tranquils and the Soul Ring, and afterwards just, you know, give the lane to the Slark.
I'm going to hang around mid lane with the camera here, because I just want to show how much Shadow Fiend's going to dominate Naga in the laning stage. I mean, this is the we just lost boys pick. I honestly thought they were going to put Naga in the safe lane to dodge the Shadow Fiend, which would have worked. But
yeah, they need to make early rotations to the mid lane if they're gonna make it happen, which they're actually doing, by the way. Lost and the Slides are already, you know, setting up shop to get Tiburon's ass, pretty much. Problem is that Lost got spotted by the tower, so, well, there goes that.
Yeah.
But that's what they need to do, at least. They need to pretty much get a lot of harassment into Tiburon, if not kill him. Outright kill him.
Which they, keep in mind, only did when he had an Aegis in game number 1.
Well, yeah, but
was
that's because
ridiculous.
they let him farm so much, right? If you recall the laning stages, he was doing rather well, but no one actually contested him. You know, he was like just farming, you know, 1v1 and that's it.
Yeah.
So now they're actually trying to step up their rotations there and try to, you know, be not so passive on the laning stage, I guess.
And I think they thought they were going to need to go aggressive against the Shadow Fiend safe lane, and that they were going to run like Slark mid or even Ogre Magi mid. I mean, Ogre Magi mid is not bad in my opinion. But since it's just an Ogre down here, MJW is going to be able to get away with a bit of greed on the bot lane. Shadow Fiend will be doing relatively well. Nice block there, just no room for you, Infinity. Regen going to be going over to Fly instead. And Naga gonna go ahead and wait, what?
She's gonna struggle a bit here.
Wait, are you seeing the courier though? Because it was the camera thing, it's basically a Greevil with a flashlight. Like,
interesting. And now it seems like his eyes are twitching and stuff. I was like, what the hell is wrong with this guy?
Well, he's a Greevil. There's lots of things wrong with him. The ugliest cosmetic to ever grace the face of Dota.
The Greevils, man. Well, you gotta say that. I mean, look at poor Timbersaw, dude. He's kind of a Greevil. I think he's a Greevil.
Yeah, I think he actually is, yeah.
Which...
And actually, I think the Alchemist is a Greevil. Kind of disturbing now
that I think about it.
Like, some of these Greevils don't talk and just deliver the items. The other ones, they ride around in great big metal objects. And actually, SS7 managing to secure first blood on a Megapwner. Thought it was going to be the other way around. Slark tries to leap in there. Nicely placed Sprout, though. Gave him a nice route for escape into the trees there to just hide for a second. And I think they thought he left, but he's going to buy out his phase boots and be able to walk away here. Snod there with the Grave Chill to slow down Beyond from engaging. Meanwhile, though, Shadow Fiend really beginning to assert his dominance in the mid lane here. He's sitting on 2 bottle charges, has barely taken any damage. And 22 souls.
That's fucking really well as well, you know. All things considered, he's kind of dodging the races pretty effectively.
Right now, but he needs to be very careful with his illusions once he starts sending them out. And at the moment, he can't. Like, if he even makes illusions, they just die.
Yeah, no, I don't think he's gonna rush illusions at all. I'm kind of confused,
oh,
actually.
no.
First level mirror image so early.
He just got the GG rune. The rune of destiny, as some would say. And he's got boots. I mean, Naga is sitting on boots, a quelling blade, and a bottle. I would opt for the Wraith Band over that at this point. I would really rather have the Wraith Band simply because of the stats that it would give you. The little bit of extra strength would be enough to
extra buffer,
make it work.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess on a 1v1, as long as Naga is farming, you know, with uninterrupted, they're gonna take that as a win, I guess. And yeah, she's gonna. Yep, you're right.
Yep, there they go. He actually landed the triple raise combo on her, and he's got double damage. Is he fast enough that the slow will come out and Skywrath Mage likes to secure the kill? A little bit of a downside for Shadow Fiend, to be honest. He'd like to have those extra couple souls, but he's close to his cap, so it's okay. And actually, he'll be picking up a Magic Wand up against Naga. And I actually think this is great for him. It's going to give him a few extra stats, and also it's going to mean every time she creates illusions and Riptides, that's 30 HP he's going to be able to get back later on. And mana, which I think is even bigger for Shadow Fiend, especially when he needs to spam so much.
Yeah.
The triple raise combo, though, that is not an easy thing to pull off. And Infinity kind of made it easy for him since he was walking pretty much in a straight line towards him.
Yeah, you could say that. He made a really good setup for it. And those little nuances is what really separates people who actually know the hero for people who actually just got drafted into the hero because of reasons.
I don't think Infinity got drafted into this, though.
No, I mean, I'm talking about Tiburon.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you see other Shadow Fiend players, and they're not. They don't.
And they're going to run from that Naga Siren if they're not experienced.
Exactly. So, in the meantime, the supports are going to try to make a nice block again. Well, no. Wrong
Not
side.
exactly their fly.
Yeah, I thought it was actually gonna land differently. So I was already praising it, but
I was like, he blocked it. Oh wait, he can't even get to the runes, so who cares?
Like, he blocked it. Wait, no, that's the wrong side of the fissure. Scratch that. Mercy Please gonna get a little bit of.
Okay, this is the problem with running a melee up against a Razor. Ogre has 5 last hits.
Well, nice.
Nice combo coming out from Earthshaker, actually, and he'll enchant his totem, pop it off on SN7, and actually be able to take him down. MJW and Lust on relatively low HP, and Skywrath and Beyond looking for blood here. Beyond does have enough for a leap, isn't going to find it, though. We already have a TP out there from the Vengeful Spirit as well. But 2 for none, actually, in the end there. They'll send Fly back toward base. Ogre still on relatively high HP, and actually he's managed to find his way up to top lane right now. It looks like they're just going to do a little switcheroo. Shadow Fiend, though, already sitting on treads, and now he's 13 last hits ahead of Naga. He already has kind of forced Infinity to fear him in this lane. And Naga's going to be forced to Bottle Crow, maybe? Yeah. He is going to end up doing it. Honestly, Infinity a little slower on the Bottle Crow mechanic than I would expect, but Shadow Fiend, since he is ranged, you have to be very careful not to, like, sit your bottle on the ground and then lose your bottle because of that. If you lose your bottle at this point as Naga, that's 9 times out of 10, I'd say a GG right there. Especially against Shadow Fiend. Oh, sure, you're muted, dude. Or, okay,
I'm muted. I'm
yeah,
totally muted.
Okay.
I'm totally muted. I'm totally.
I was like, oh no, he's dead. He's dead. They're all dead.
Yeah, going back a little bit into that is like, yeah, she manages to pull. I really question that level 1 mirror image. I feel like it's against the Shadow Fiend, it's just a waste of mana. To be honest.
No, you need it. If you don't start leveling mirror image, it's pointless.
Well,
I mean,
he leveled it up like on level 3.
He had to level it in. It's the standard build for Naga. You're not going to be able to farm effectively at all in the early game, even without mirror image, in my opinion. Take it from someone who plays a lot of Naga, Rupture. This is the right thing to do, even in this situation. You have to max Riptide. You can't
No, Riptide is alright.
image.
I'm talking about mirror image in general.
But you can't not level it either. Meanwhile, up top, we're going to see Sna actually pick off the Ogre Magi. Beyond comes in here, gets hit by a Soul Assumption, but not too much damage to finish him off.
What I'm saying is, like, on a middle lane situation, usually I would go with Ensnare and Riptide alone versus a Shadow Fiend. Just, it makes sense for me, at least. I mean, he only had 1 point, so I guess that's okay.
See, but here's why he needs mirror image.
Yeah, now, exactly. That's my point. He could have delayed this till level 6 or level 7, and just get, you know, a higher level in snare. Maybe to at least freak out the Shadow Fiend and say, well, you cannot really go aggressive on me, or I'm gonna actually pin you to the ground and let my supports do their job.
But if you don't pop off any mirror images, Shadow Fiend doesn't waste his mana on raises to clear them. And at that point, he has enough mana to kill you anyway.
That's a good point. That is actually
a good point. So, yes, mind gaming it out can seem smart at first, but eventually you're going to realize that you're just screwed either way. It's one of those damned if you do, damned if you don't situations.
A 20/20 catch?
Yep. Or a catch-22, you mean.
Catch-22, yeah. Sorry. I always get that wrong. People tend to bitch at me. And I'm like, oh, yeah. Yeah, catch-22. But also, again, the main issue is, even regardless of how Naga was building, is like I think like Sna and Lust should have done more in the middle lane in general. Just more rotations. I mean, you have a snare to set you up. Shouldn't be so much of a problem, especially because it's a Shadow Fiend. I mean, he's a squishy as hell. He does deal a lot of damage, but I mean, between 3 and spread out evenly, shouldn't be that much of a problem. Actually, Naga Siren is gonna get Omega Pounder here, so okay, yep. They're kind of making the rotations differently.
Mercy Please sitting on 15 HP. He'll go down to infinity with another Riptide, and that's a double kill for him. Suddenly catching up immensely here in VoidBoys. Starting to wave goodbye to not only Naga Siren, but possibly a victory in the tournament at this point.
Yeah. Anyway, here it's got it. So people were like asking me like, "Where are you gonna get this shit posted?" So might as well.
Yeah, you're good, man. You got big things going on. I understand.
Keep you guys posted here, Kappa. Anyway, now back into the action here. Man.
Yeah, Shadow Fiend with the mech up though at 12 minutes. I mean, he's sitting on 90 last hits. The next in line is Nature's Prophet. Sure, Naga has 2 kills. That's really cute. And eHug is going after a Roche, which I think is big. I don't like the fact that they're probably not giving the Roche to infinity. In fact, I really don't like that right now. I'd say you want to give the Roche to infinity just to secure his safety, but Nature's Prophet will pick it up. He's not their 1 position hero right now, he's more their kind of 2 position at the moment. Or maybe even 3, depending on how you want to rank MJW there, but MJW definitely not getting the most farm. And with the Midas up on SN7, I'd say he's more the 2, but it's a greedy team from them.
Yeah. The upside for eHug is like, if you're looking at at least, I think, the net worth, yes, the Shadow Fiend is pulling way ahead, and again, that's the main issue. They need to actually kill Tiburon like soon, if not now.
But they have 3 heroes that are even or up ahead of the Slark as well. Tiburon, he's going to mech up. He may be falling here, actually. A Nettlefly, nice Sprout. And actually, Tiburon will go down. Same with the Skywrath Mage. Razor and Nature's Prophet cleaning up both those kills. They'll get the deny on the tower as well up for Lust. So another 2 kills for eHug. And right now, those of you who may have bet on VoidBoys, hold on to your rares.
Exactly. That's what they need to do. If they're able to shut down, and I said this in the beginning of the game, if they're able to shut down the Shadow Fiend enough, they really have a strong grip onto the game, just in general, because you have 3 heroes instead of 1. Well, 2, but the Slark is kind of behind here. So, I mean, they're able to, if anything, outsplit push the enemy.
Yeah, Beyond, they need a tower, and Beyond has his blink. And I think that was the plan mid lane, but it just did not work out very well.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, the upside for eHug is pretty much that their plan right now is pretty clear.
Nature's is coming bot with Razor. They're going to jump on Beyond here. Or they're going to at least attempt a counter push. Beyond's not going to be anywhere nearby by the time they actually get here. Still at 75 to go on that blink, but he'll have it in time to make a decent impact. I'd still like to see more on him, but Shadow Fiend is definitely going to be the 1 position on the team here.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, on the side of VoidBoys, however, the upside is, well, you do have a really well stacked up Shadow Fiend so far. His farming rate is quite nice, and he hasn't been contested as much until that engagement on middle. However, actually they're gonna get lost, and there goes the no fun song for the Naga. Try to make space for him for Lost, and he's gonna get out. They're gonna surround Fly, no vision, blind Echo Slam, Mystic Flare, and actually there goes the Aegis.
SN7 gonna go down. We'll be getting right back up. Tiburon gonna help take him down very quickly. Shadow Fiend with the bounty rune, which doesn't help him take him down, but it's gonna get some extra souls off these camps. They haven't stacked too much for Naga, which is kind of beneficial for eHug at the moment, because Shadow Fiend will be able to eat those camps alive. And actually Naga will be buying the recipe first for Radiance, but is only 1,400 away from the actual relics, so Just kind of surprised I have Radiance all of a sudden, I guess, is the plan here from Infinity.
It makes the Radiance more efficient, I guess, because you already have the recipe in your inventory. Or that would be the idea, at least.
Yeah.
And then when you pick up your Radiance, it's just like immediate, you know, immediate farm, go, you know. You don't have to wait for the courier.
Whoa.
Okay,
Sna, yeah.
What do you have up your sleeve, bro?
Well, a Midas for one thing. He's doing the AA thing where you secure your Ags. However, I feel like Visage survives pretty easily in team fights.
Well, I think he's not gonna be too. He's not gonna prioritize to be in team fights that much.
eHug is going super greed though, and that's what you don't want to do against Shadow Fiend, in my opinion. Especially a Shadow Fiend who might honestly be going Blink.
Yeah, but at the same time, again, there comes the core issue with the Shadow Fiend. He's one hero that can be on one place at a time. So if you're able to outmaneuver him...
And he also two-shots Visage Familiars.
Well, that is a problem. That particular part is a problem.
Which were just summoned.
Yeah. They're still gonna lose the tower though, but they're gonna actually try to trade in the middle one. And I mean, the side of eHug has a lot of push, by the way.
Yeah, but they've got a lot of tower to eat through too. And Shadow Fiend, he can clear these creep waves very quickly. There's a disengage song from Infinity. I believe it is level 2 though.
Yeah. No, level 2, yes.
And he's continuing to Bottle Crow here, which I think is definitely the right thing to do. If you're not quite to your Radiance, his Radiance is going to be a little late.
But not much.
The question is, well, can he outform a Shadow Fiend? Definitely. Is he going to be able to? I'm not 100% sure, to be honest.
Well, so far he's not getting caught up too much. Outside of, I think, one engagement in the middle, and that's about it. So far, Infinity's movement in the map, it has been spot on.
Sorry about that. Slark with the double damage going to take down Visage here. And his Familiar's just kind of hanging out.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to go on Slark right now if I were this Familiar. No matter what Visage told me to do. Meanwhile, Lust, taken down by the Skyrath. Skyrath will get traded though for Nature's Prophet. And actually, Naga's still about 350 away from this Radiance. I mean... If I'm in VoidBoys' position, I'm feeling very comfortable now, partially because I haven't seen the relic or the recipe up on Naga. But still, any second now, I think their hopes are going to be crushed. It's a 20-minute Radiance. It's a little late, but on Naga, I mean, it's kind of like boots. You have to have it with Naga.
Yeah, but it still is on the right timing. I mean, considering that he actually died in the middle lane once.
Wait, what is going on here?
Try to chase a Familiar. Or something. What the hell are you talking about, man?
The stream went black.
Picnic? The fuck?
I'm trying to see if they can hear.
Can we make smoke signals? Do you see the flipping finger?
Hold on, I'm gonna try to turn off the stream and turn it back on.
Yeah, that's weird. Do you see the gigantic pinos drawn into the map? Nope? Okay. They have no bishop, boss.
Okay, that should work. Maybe.
Perhaps. Alright. Anyway, well, let me know when the stream's up. And if someone's gonna double check.
Yeah, it should be up by the time they hear this, but... that's really weird. I've never had anything like this happen before.
Anyway.
Sorry about that,
guys. Going back a little bit, Shadow Fiend already with his BKB. On top of the mech and such. I'm not trying to close on him, or I would expect them to do so. And actually, Tiburon, you know, feeling relatively comfortable with the support coming from, you know, the TPs and such. SN7 actually is going to be able to TP out. Infinity, you're a little bit into deep sun, but you have a song, so
Yeah.
Who cares?
Naga's used to being in too deep and running away from Slark, who wants her booty. Swiggity, swiggity.
Swiggity, swiggity. Yep. But still, they're making a good job not getting caught up. However, the Razor is
That tail.
starting to fall off a little bit in the form-wise. Slark is actually catching up with him. T-Bar is actually surprisingly low.
Yeah.
He could actually... Well, I don't think he will, but I mean, if he's not careful, he might actually drop from, you know, a quick Riptide into Radiant's damage. But he's actually gonna bail out of there. In the meantime, Sna doing the split push thing with the familiar
birds, yeah.
So safe.
Okay, Shadowfiend has his BKB at least. But keep in mind, BKB against Naga is not the greatest thing. In fact...
It's kind of bad.
Yeah, because it isolates you against the team. I mean, if you get it off right before they're going to song, and you can pick Naga off because of it, that's great. But otherwise, it's kind of, yeah, great. I can dodge net. No, you can't. Well, then you're just buying it for Soul Assumption and Venge Stun, and that's it? You're really going to invest 4k gold in that. And I'd say it's still worth it, but... I don't know.
Also, the net really hinders you as a Shadowfiend because there's no way that you can actually move out of there and you're pretty much sitting ducks. I mean, you hit like a truck, but you're sitting ducks still. So, I mean, with a good, well-placed net, the Razor can actually just do you in, and actually they're gonna pick up Lust with the Slark and such. I'm kind of surprised that they didn't follow up to MJW, but I guess they just want to keep, you know, quick kill and just be done with it. And
sorry for missing that kill, guys. I was making sure stream was back up and everything, which I think you guys were much more concerned with, so...
Here comes a split push top.
Yeah.
And the mid lane is gonna get pushed in again. I mean, T-Bar can only address one of those two.
It's pretty much Naga versus Shadowfiend, though, and Naga's coming online. I wouldn't say Nature's Prophet's as much of a factor as either of those two. MJW getting jumped on by Beyond right now. He'll get a purge off, but he's taking tons of damage. A stun comes out on MJW, but he's already drained off 84 damage, and there's a blink out from Nature's Prophet.
Ow.
Earthshaker taken down, and Slark on the run as well. He did go for Shadowblade instead of Blink.
I guess it's alright. As long as both of them don't go Blink. I mean, Shadowblade.
I mean, here's my problem. Naga's a natural gym carrier. Oh, SN7, he sprouts himself up. And not in the greatest of spots either. Beyond, gonna get hit with the Soul Assumption, does manage to Magic Wand up. There's a TPM from the Razor as well to try and stop the Slark from escaping, but he broke out of Dark Reef Prison. He can break out of the clutches of Sna as well. And Sna actually is gonna pick up a gem. No funny business here for eHug.
Well, I mean, she's not a natural, you know, like gem carry in per se, not like a bad rider. Like, you're gonna eventually gonna get the gem because usually Naga is very slot starved. Sorry, so she really doesn't want to carry a gem on top of whatever she has. But she can. I get that. I mean, she's like, okay, just if we need a gem, I might as well just use it myself, you know. And it's gonna be a nice gem carry, but not a natural one. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say here.
I think she's a natural one with her illusions. You realize the illusions get the gem, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay,
but the thing is, like, you don't really wanna. Oh, MJW is gonna get jumped on by Beyond, and he's gonna eat a Fisher. But that Fisher actually on the wrong side, and MJW is gonna be able to get away. Well, not scot-free, but you know, survive.
Yeah. Naga did get picked off in the jungle by a lot of magic damage there.
Pounder, ouch.
Ooh.
Quick crit. Well, quick actually just right click.
Nature's Prophet, or Maelstrom procced there. Sorry.
But yeah, I mean, again, it's like, well, Naga can carry, and actually Naga died in the jungle, by the way. I don't know if you noticed that. Before the Slark, I think.
Yeah, I mentioned it. I mentioned it.
Oh, okay.
It's all good.
I didn't
go after a Roche once
again. That's the reason why I was asking.
Yeah.
But yeah, going back into Naga, the thing is that Naga does tend to, like, really try to squeeze as much stuff in her slots as possible.
So picking up a gem isn't exactly efficient in the late game, yeah.
Exactly. But I mean, she can carry a gem, and I totally agree on that part because of the illusions and all that stuff. So if they do need the gem, it's like, okay, she's a good carry for it, but she's not like necessarily like 100% gonna pick the gem every single time, like a bad rider will, because bad rider can actually work with such. I mean, Naga can in theory do it, but not as efficiently.
Yeah.
By the way, really aggressive wards coming from VoidBoys. If you notice, they got the whole jungle covered in, and even the entrances.
This is how you have to ward against Naga. You can't really just ward the lanes, because that's not going to tell you where the real Naga is. Usually your real Naga will sit in the jungle and push the lanes out with just the illusions.
Yeah.
She can sit in the jungle because she can still farm there, and she's relatively safe. If you've got eyes on her, though, you can gank her. And if they can gank her, they can kill her. And it's already paid off once for them.
Problem is, like, it's gonna be the only way. I mean, the only time, because already Esna just dewarded the whole thing. So there goes your wards.
And that's unfortunate for the side of VoidBoys. But of course, eHug picking up that gem and getting a lot of value out of it. And in fact, they'll jump on Sna right now. He's silenced up. Omega Opponent getting stunned up as well. Nice Visage Bird stuns and a net coming in. Razor able to clean up the sky with Mage. Now they're going to go after Beyond. This is a great defense against Slark. They can just song and wait out his ult.
That's pretty good, man.
And that's a big spree for Naga. It also gave her Yasha.
And now they're gonna TP to defend middle lane. MJW a little bit taking a lot of the brunt end of this, but Mercy Please is pretty much trapped here.
Yeah.
And
but a nice Shadow Fiend ult. It'll actually hit both of them. MJW getting taken down. His Aegis will be popped here. And Shadow Fiend ready in position to start up that Raze combo. There's number 1. There's number 2. Oh, he doesn't even get to do number 3. Flying helps him out with the Echo Slam there. Not enough swagger, though, without that third Raze,
Yeah.
Just in my opinion. And actually, it's going to be Beyond with the Scotty this time. Tiburon instead going for the straight Butterfly.
Yeah, I feel like the Butterfly is rather a better item to rush on Shadow Fiend, just because he really hits hard already. He just needs the attack speed to go with it.
I feel like he needs some tankiness, though, with the Scotty. But they don't need a second Scotty, so whatever. I'm kind of surprised he's not going for a Helm, though. But then again, against Razor, you don't really want to man fight. You want to continue to, like, disengage and whatnot. He'll find himself some Ancients here, and he should be able to finish this Butterfly with this. He's going ahead and buying out, which I'll admit I like. I don't think it's a bad idea at all at this point.
Yeah.
And Slark will be finishing up his Scotty right now. And that's big for him.
Yeah, those are some big items.
But on the other side, we've still got to have Mjolnir up on Nature's Prophet. Anyways, you were saying?
No, still the situation is like, well, how well can eHug dodge fights, pretty much. This is how it comes down to. Because, I mean, Slark and, Shadow Fiend are able to pull out some serious damage on teamfights and such, but what happens when you're not getting any of those teamfights? If you're getting split pushed by Illusions, Familiars, Treants, and probably, in the future, Necrominions. I was like, well, I was like, well, I mean, Shadow Fiend is pretty good. They make it, on a 1v1, but, well, if you're not able to get, any target, well, all that goal is pretty much going to waste. And you're not gonna really try to push in the front lanes with a Shadow Fiend most of the time, right? Unless you're really, really ahead. So
he's still staying ahead of Naga, though.
Yeah, but I mean, like, really, really ahead. I mean, he's rather ahead and such, but I mean, he's, as you said, he's not tanky enough for to pull that kind of moves.
Yeah.
And even if he was, I mean, do you really want to go and just frontline a push, knowing that there is a Nature's Prophet, and on top of that a Razor that can actually just render you useless? The Nature's just because of the Sprout to zone you off, and Razor just with a damaged rain, he's just like, well, you're sitting here and you have an ulti, and that's all nice and dandy, but outside of that you got nothing, So that's kind of the problem. I mean, you will have to just play into the enemy's plan, or pretty much into the enemy's setup, if you're gonna go just try to bulldoze with with Shadow Fiend, and I don't think they really want to do that. However, what other option do you have? You know, you need to pop smokes like they're currently doing, and try to
Trying
stop
to go after
split
Sna.
push. Yeah.
Meanwhile, there is a Manta up on Naga as well, and this is a big split push tool.
Exactly. So pretty much, I feel like eHug are just playing the map, and VoidBoys are kind of playing the game, if you know what I mean. I mean, they're trying to play to the traditional way of Dota, try to get kills, and pretty much get a better kill score on the enemy, and pull ahead from that. But eHug are not having any of that. They're just like split push, just play it like Alliance, man.
Yeah.
And even though these illusions are kind of flimsy, and of course Shadowfing is able to kill them rather easily, they're still doing their job. I mean, it's like one of those things that when you watch Miracle play, it's like,
yeah,
maybe his illusions are not that.
Oh, that's a lot of hate for Sna, but they got the gem, so I'd say that's perfectly fine, warranted even.
Yeah, but he has Boots of Travel on top of that, so he
still doesn't have an axe.
Kind of crazy. Yeah. I know, and he delayed his axe.
His familiars don't get the Boots of Travel. That's a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know he can Boots of Travel to his own familiar, which is a little, like... Really? He can? But...
I mean, it's a really good tool for the Naga, in general.
Yeah.
Just commit all the illusions into one lane, knowing that maybe the enemies are nearby and you don't really want to dive into it, but you want to push really hard. And then you just TP with your main hero into another lane, with familiar assistance.
Yeah, definitely. And you also have Vistage able to back you up. But meanwhile, Beyond, he's going to go in on MJW. Does pop his ult to do so, but here comes the song, No Fun For You. MJW just going to sit on the back lines like, haha, you can't catch me. And actually gets a pretty nice plasma kill off. A nice a mech charge off from the Shadow Fiend, and he actually manages to pop the ulti. Ogre Magi able to take down Naga, falling to the Visage on one end of the fight. But now Mercy Please, going after Lust. He doesn't have very much mana, but he's got enough for that Unrefined Fire Blast, and that's a double kill for Mercy Please. Shadow Fiend still standing tall. They should be able to take this tier 2 tower and then push into the base.
Yeah, but look at eHug. They're trying to make a trade out of it.
No. I'm sorry, Ruptur. I'm tired, and you know me. I'm normally all up for a Naga game. I get excited about late game Dota, but right now I'm just like, okay. Resident Sleeper. Come on.
Well, you did have a rough day, man. We were playing a lot of pubs, and you were playing a lot of Isaac, so...
I didn't get to play that
like
much,
2 hours before the match, I was just sleeping like a little baby, man, so I was like, yeah, I can go all night if you want me to. But that's not your case, so... Yeah, I feel you, man.
I also have class in the morning. That's the big thing. Ugh.
Yeah. Well, if Monster Energy or Red Bull wants to sponsor us,
that's not going to help me.
Now, she's like,
But if you want to sponsor us, whatever.
Yeah, nudge, please. All that dirty sports money. Nudge. No, I kid. I don't think they would even care about it,
No, they might.
At least not on my end. It's like, well, this Costa Rica drunken trash can, mofo. Why would we support the guy? But hey,
you're getting your name out there, man.
I guess I can get their name out there as well.
I'm jealous that I don't speak Spanish because I'd love to do that.
Hey, man. The problem with speaking Spanish is, man, is like it's really difficult to understand, unless it's your native tongue. But at the same time, it's like it lends to so much stupid stuff. So
yeah.
I mean, I feel English is like better just because you people keep it simple,
Sure we do.
Like try to make shorter words and acronyms, and just keep the communication fluid. Instead of Spanish, it's like there's so many unnecessary stuff. You're like, really? Do I really need to do this?
Yeah.
So just take it as your whale. Actually, Razor. Ooh, MJW, you're so dead, primo.
The 4 times multicast too good. Beyond tried to get in here in time, but it was too late. Yeah. Not to mention, I believe he was silenced by... Oh, he wasn't even silenced. No, imagine if he was. Like, please, you dead at that point, mate. SC7 gonna TP in here. Like, imagine looking for an opening, not quite gonna find it. Yeah, scythe up on Nature's. That's pretty big against Shadowfiend, and this is why he needs the BKB. If that comes out, he's going to be in big trouble. He will use his Flutter just to get a little closer to the tower here. A blink forward from Ogre. He'll get a 2, a 3, and another 2 on Vengeful Spirit, and Earthshaker just comes in with a Fissure to finish it off. They'll be able to take down the mid tower off of this, I believe. Naga, in the meantime, though, pushing out toward the bot lane, and they're pinging it out right now.
They noticed, they spotted them. And she has still 4 seconds. Well, right, she has a boot to throttle already.
And she's got Song. Yeah, she's just gonna plant the illusions and then get back.
In the meantime, Nature's Prophet was able to split push the top lane.
Yeah.
Might be able to ensure the kill on the tower.
Sure. They've been spotted at the pit by the Visage Birds, and this is one of the big pains is playing against the Visage. You can't sneak a Roche. You can't. Although they do feed 200 gold to Tiburon because of it. And they're still going to go for it, actually.
Tiburon, they already killed him.
Tiburon's going satanic right now, and I honestly think that's definitely the right thing to go. You'll be able to man-fight Naga, who doesn't want to man-fight. There's a Blink Echo Slam with no hesitation from Fly, and Tiburon able to pick up the Aegis, and Satanic should be up on him pretty soon.
Nice,
the multicast coming out on Sna. Mercy, please. Las Vegas have Mercy. Meanwhile, though, on the top lane, we got some serious split push coming out from the Nature's Prophet. Mercy, please be able to repel it with the Ignite. And actually, yeah, Naga able to push the mid lane. Tiburon going to come through and try to clean this up. This is the problem. The VoidBoys have to continue to respond to Naga and Nature's Prophet, and they don't have global TPs yet with Boots of Travel.
Exactly, and that's pretty much what they're trying to do, you know. Pulling out an alliance on the side of eHug. However, Infinity needs to be a little bit careful here because he doesn't have any mana for either TP or Song. Alright, okay, he has mana now. I'm sorry, mana.
For TP. Okay, he'll get out right now. And
just
not a second
the
too
hell
soon.
Out of there because, yeah, it will start to get really messy. If he didn't, like, from 2 seconds from now, he was dead.
I'm pretty sure they just saw him with the ward there. Multicast even used to get rid of the illusions. Naga is now sitting on the Radiance, 4k gold, the Manta, and Boots of Travel. I mean, that's your basic tool set. All you really need after this is the heart, and from then on, it's just icing on the cake of push.
Yeah.
And there we go.
She's gonna go for a Reaver. And, yeah, I mean, afterwards it's just Butterfly and just not
Defusal, Scotty, whatever you want.
Yeah, actually, I recommended Beanie. He was like, we were losing a game, and he actually carried us with the Naga.
Yeah.
It was a contract and such. And he was like, well, I'm just gonna go defuse. I'm like, no, dude, just go with a Scotty, man. Naga Scotty's so stupidly good.
If you're late into the game, yeah. If you really need to keep farming and you don't feel in a good spot, I'd say go Manta over Defusal almost every time.
No,
but if you feel like you can fight, go Defusal before Manta. That's fine.
Yeah, I know. I was talking about after the Manta. He was like, oh yeah, after the Manta, I'm just gonna go Defusal. I'm like, no, go Scotty, dude. That's way more value out of that.
And Ogre actually with a Bloodstone. Okay. I mean, we're not giving VoidBoys enough credit here, Ruptur, to be honest. They're still maintaining a 2-kill advantage now as they lose the Slark to Nature's Prophet. Okay.
That's a really bad timing to do, but
they're holding even-ish gold with a Naga. That's a very hard thing to do. In fact, Nature's and Shadowfiend, now Nature's of course is on her team and has a Midas, mind you, but they're staying ahead of Naga. Now Nature's does have 3,800 in the bank.
Here's the deal. On a 5v5 engagement,
VoidBoys will
have the advantage.
Yeah.
Will that ever happen? That's the real question. Now, Fly is gonna jump in with an Echo Slam, and
MJW.
Right-click down MJW. He's so close.
They got him.
4 staff. Now Sna's gonna try to have maybe a reach
up. Nice race from Tiburon.
Yeah. So I mean, if they're able to force the fights, great, because VoidBoys are gonna come on top, no contest.
The problem is when they fight 4 or 5v4 and Naga's off split pushing.
Exactly.
That's the problem.
She already has a start.
It's the only time where a 5v4 team fight actually favors the team with the 4 heroes. Because Naga will be able to take a Rax. There's no question about that, and as I've said many times, you don't say, oh, well, let's see if Naga can take our Rax yet. You don't play chicken with Naga, basically, because you get one shot at that. If she takes your Rax, you lose.
Pretty much. And that's the situation that the VoidBoys are stuck in with. You know, it's like, yes, they do have really good farm. Even the supports, I mean, you have a Skyrock with drums, arcane boots, and, you know, pretty much of 4 stuff on top of that, which is good farm. Bayan has the makings of an Abyssal Blade already, which is a great item.
Yeah.
And actually, they're gonna try to find SN7 with multicast, and dear God, man,
Slark,
rough punishment.
I mean, Mercy Please is just like, yeah, okay, I've got Suicide. See ya.
Yeah.
And Beyond's already long gone.
Beyond.
There's your Satanic, yeah.
Yeah.
BKB for Natures as well.
I mean, at this stage, I feel like Tiburon can actually 1v3 or 1v4 the entirety of eHug.
He needs to catch Naga without buyback. If they can catch Naga without buyback, that's a Rax.
Yeah, exactly. But that's the problem. Is like, are you gonna give Tiburon a 1v3? Not really. Not gonna happen. They're not looking for that.
Yeah.
So pretty much all the action is just centered around the map, to be honest.
However, that's where smoke can be key. They're gonna actually, Beyond moving in here, he's looking for Visage. He knows he's somewhere, and now he's gonna find him. Sna, did you go get a cup of coffee? He's gonna get bashed.
And he's so dead.
And bashed again. Yeah, he's down. And his Visage birds are nearby, but they're just gonna do a little bit of split push and then move on along at the moment. Shadowfiend denies the bot tower. That was the tier 2 now.
Yeah.
Still, keep in mind, he's only died once this game.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't kill him, you have to base race him. And I know Naga is really good at pushing, but people underestimate Shadowfiend's push potential with his armor reduction and his very, very high physical damage. He can really push a tower down very quickly, not to mention he can clear creep waves of raises.
Mm-hmm.
He's got kind of that burst push that Naga doesn't have. Naga's got that slow but steady push. Shadowfiend with the raises can really cut down creep waves quickly. Slark will at least find the Vengeful Spirit up here. Naga's still like sitting in the base though. 2,600 on her, so buyback's available at the moment. I'm interested to see what she goes for next though.
I'm feeling a little bit like the warding from eHug is a little bit lacking, to say the least.
Yeah.
And this is why it's costing them. But at the same time, they're kind of aware of the situation, so they're just like, for example, SN7 is just farming bottom. And
they also have the Naga illusions to kind of just move out around the map and kind of ward mobily, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but the problem is, like, the moment that those illusions aren't there, you are kind of a sitting duck because you have no wards, and they're actually, they're gonna get that tier 2 even with backdoor, so yeah, they do have a lot of physical damage potential.
Yeah, they've got a ton of physical damage, and this is where Naga has to be very careful. She does get an illusion rune in the bottle, and this is one of the reasons you want to save a bottle as Naga, and keep in mind, the illusion rune, when Naga got nerfed, the illusion rune got buffed for melee heroes, so it can kind of be a saving grace at this point in the game.
Oh my god, Fly actually spending an Echo Slam onto Treants.
I mean, he basically did it to farm, but...
Yeah. But I mean,
he has enough for a sheep.
Yeah. But here's the deal. I mean, he already did that, so what's stopping SN7 to just report him back in, push with another creep wave, and then add up Naga illusions to that? And do the same thing. And he's like, well, you don't have any Echo Slam to work with anymore.
Yeah.
Well, at the same time, Tiburon is there, so I guess that's another way to look at it. But at the same time, I mean, Infinity just dragging the creep wave away from him.
Yeah, Shadowfiend now has boots of travel for a bit of that global potential. He's actually got 2 boots, but no feet. And now, MJW and SN7 are coming in. They've got the Hex up. He does have BKB. Will it even be enough? He's just going to TP out. And he won't make it away. The net came in just in time. And he does have buyback, but Another thing I've said
90
time and time again, you don't want to buy back on Shadow Fiend, to be honest, because you have to go get souls, and...
Yeah, and that's 90 seconds that he is not farming. That's 90 seconds he's off the map. That's 90 seconds where well, pretty much is open season for eHug, just to push pretty much as much as they can. As long as they don't find Slark, it should be just fine for most of them. However, I do want to say that the Vicious is kind of underperforming a little bit in the fact that his familiars are getting sniped up. Normally, he's getting ganked up most of the times. SN7 has been a little bit more cautious with this.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the draft is delivering on the side of eHug. The thing is, like, I feel like the Vicious part, at least, the split pushes hasn't come really online in general. Again, I guess it's the factor that the Shadow Fiend is just such a hard counter to the familiars that it's not even funny.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's still, you know, they wish that they would be doing a little bit more damage on the lanes, if you know what I mean.
But while Shadow Fiend's away, the boys are going to play. They're going to go after Roshan, and he is dropping like a fly. In fact, there's actually a data list once again coming up on Nature's Prophet, this time on the side of SN7, but actually, Lust, he'll get silenced up here. Beyond, the song is literally there to save them, and they can still go after Roche at the moment. However, MJW gonna have to activate his BKB. SN7 dropping low. He won't get his off before he gets bursted down by Skyrath. Does have buyback available. Isn't doing so just yet. But Beyond now takes down the Nature's Prophet, or the Razor, excuse me. And they're gonna go after the Roche themselves. Mercy Please the TP back to handle Naga Illusions, which are pushing into the base. They force out the Glyph. There's a multicast coming out of them, but Ogre doesn't have the power to clear through these, and Tiburon needs this Aegis. He needs it very badly, not to mention his TP's on cooldown. Cheese gets dropped. Slark's gonna grab it up. They need to push right now. The top tower goes down, but Naga's illusions are at least gone. Mercy Please, even using stuns on creeps at this point.
It's desperate, man.
Yeah, but, I mean, with two big heroes like that down, I'm actually surprised Shadow Fiend is walking toward the base. Okay, he denies the tower. He's looking for souls. That's what he's doing right now. He's on 23, and he needs more if he's going to be able to push. The only problem is...
it's too late.
It's too late. Yeah, by the time he gets those souls up, these heroes will be back up. Naga will be back at your racks, and... what do you do? He does have a courier at the secret shop. What's he getting now? MKB.
Okay. Yeah.
He saw the Naga's butterfly, and he's like, okay, we have to now.
Yeah,
it's a good damage item,
even if you don't see it, you kind of know it. You know? You know that there's gonna be a butterfly somewhere. Either the Naga or the Razor are gonna go for a butterfly. I mean, it's just, you know, common knowledge.
Or both, even. Yeah, and it's a good pushing item as well, because it does do consistent damage against towers, whereas towers, of course, cannot be crit. He'll buy out for this, but like I said, you don't necessarily want to buy back on Shadow Fiend. Actually, there's a TP coming in from Nature, so blink forward, he'll hex up Beyond. Mercy Please, gonna get the stun off. MJW going ahead and BKBing up. SN7, though, he's dropping up once again. Omega Poner dominating, no BKB getting off for him, and that's devastating for the eHug side right now. And although Naga, she's bought. Where's Shadow Fiend? He has just TP'd in here with the rest of the team, still sitting on mid lane, trying to get some more souls. He's now sitting at 36, though, and he's going to focus on this tower. They're going to make the push right now.
Naga's actually going to cut the creep wave on middle if he can.
Naga can TP back.
They're actually going to go bottom. They're going to try to trade with him.
No, they're not. They're going to TP Naga back right now. But the tower's already down. The damage has been done. Tiburon has the Aegis. He can actually afford to go in here. And Naga doesn't go down, but Visage does, and the gem is once again on the ground. Shadow Fiend coming in, Infinity, gonna get the song off and maybe buy them a little bit of time, but I don't see what they're setting up with this. Nature's Prophet is only barely getting to the racks, and there's already a racks beginning to fall, and now fallen despite backdoor protection. And Omega Poner manages to find,
Jesus Christ.
And that was a buyback.
Yeah, that's a huge problem.
There's some late game mistakes being made from eHug here, and they've played great this tournament, but they're just faltering a little bit here.
Yeah, especially on their decision making here. I mean, I know they were setting up for the Nature's Prophet to, you know, push and stuff, but the idea is that you don't really want to commit him like this, you know, like all alone and just straight up die to an Echo Slam. I actually thought that Naga was gonna cut the creep wave on middle just to stop the push in general with backdoor protection, but I guess they didn't, and now their base is crumbling. I honestly thought that he was actually gonna do that. You know, even the Vengeful Spirit, even Lost pinged it. It was like, dude, cut the creep wave, and he didn't, and well, here we are, almost 1 Rex away from Megas, and
it's very possible right now.
Move, you know,
there's a Naga song, but what's it really gonna accomplish at this point? A BKB comes out from the Razor. They managed to net up Mercy Please. Echo Slam is available, or not available, for 30 seconds, rather. But meanwhile, I mean, the racks are going down. The racks indeed are down. Naga can push against Megas. Tiburon, he's trying to live here. He still has the Aegis. He turns on the Satanic and he just man fights. MJ, W, and GG will be called. eHug are knocked out, and VoidBoys are your at least 3rd, if not higher placed team in the Battle of America. What a series, Ruptur.
Yeah, pretty strategic. I mean, it wasn't like totally action-packed, to be honest, but it was pretty strategical. It was pretty, like, you know, they were actually battling it out pretty much on the map in general. So I feel glad on this particular series. It was more of a tactical kind of style of a game. It wasn't that many kills. There were quite a few, but I feel it was more about, you know, who's gonna slip, who's gonna make mistakes, who's gonna come out on top on the decision making, and eventually VoidBoys just, you know, delivered on the late game.
Shadowfiend had 100 more gold per minute than Naga, and only had about 20 less last hits.
Which is funny that he has a score of 3 and 2, by the way.
Where did all this farm come from? Serious question now.
Well, being uncontested on the lane, and pretty much
okay, I guess because Naga died more. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, that'll be it for us tonight, guys. We will be back tomorrow night at what time here?
I think it's at the same time as now.
Yep. It is going to be 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 p.m. Central Time, of course, for the Battle of America. That'll be our lower bracket final between VoidBoys and Wheel, which it may not sound like the biggest teams you've ever heard of, but they've got some big names on them, and VoidBoys definitely making the name for themselves. We will see. The only team they've lost to in this playoff series is Complexity. So it'll be very interesting to see how they do
Wheel
here.
Being the former top 5, if I'm correct. Or it was both.
No, Wheel, it's VoidBoys that's former top 5. Anyways, I'm SP Revolution 5, joined by Ruptur, and we're going to call it a good night for you guys. Thank you all for watching. You can find us on Twitter at SP Revolution 5 and at Ruptur3. Don't forget to check out Ruptur's Twitter for news on him casting the Summit, especially if you speak Spanish. I'm sure you'll be grateful for that.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah, also before going out, shout out to Kidbox, Dota2 Bejolo, Dota2 Daily, esportsbet.com, and also there is a donate button down below because we're not getting paid for this, so just throwing that out there.
Would appreciate anything you guys are willing to give. Have a great night, and
see ya.
See ya.